John chapter 9, from the Peshitta. And when he crossed over, he saw a Gabra, a man, who was blind since his mother's womb. And his disciples, his students, asked him and said, Rabban, our master, who had sinned, this one or his parents, that he should be born blind? Yeshua said unto them, He didn't sin, and neither his parents, but rather that the works of Allah, God, should be seen in him. And it is proper for me to do the works of him who has sent me. While it is daytime, the night comes that a man, isn't able to work. As long as I'm in the Alma, the world, I'm the Nuhred Alma, the light of the world. And when he said these things, he spat upon the ground and formed clay with rukke, his saliva, spittle, and he smeared it upon the eyes of that blind man. And he said unto him, Go wash in the pool of Shalucha, Siloam. And he went, washed, and came, while seeing. Then his neighbors and those who had previously seen him, who had been begging, were saying, Is this not the one who is sitting and begging? There were those who were saying, He's the one. And there were some who were saying, No, but rather, he closely resembles him. But he was saying, I am he. They said unto him, How were your eyes opened? And he answered and said unto them, The Gabra, the man, whose name is Yeshua, made clay and smeared it on me, upon my eyes. And he said unto me, Go wash in the Mayid Shalukha, the waters of Siloam. And I went, washed, and I was able to see. They said unto him, Where is he? He said unto them, I don't know. And they brought that one who was previously blind unto the Frishe, the Pharisees. And it was then the Shabtha, the Sabbath, when Yeshua made the clay and opened his eyes. And again the Frishe, the Pharisees, asked him, How did that one make you to see? Then he said unto them, He placed tinna, clay, upon my eyes. And I washed, and I see. And Nasha, men from the Frishe, the Pharisees, were saying, This Gabra man isn't from Allah, God, he who doesn't keep the Shabta, the Sabbath. But others were saying, He is a sinful Gabra man, able to do. How is a sinful man able to do these athwata, miraculous signs? And there was division among them. They said again unto the one, the blind person, What do you say concerning him who opened your eyes? He said unto them, I say that he is the Nabiya, the prophet. But the Yehudeye, the Jews, were not believing concerning him, that he was blind and was made to see, until they called for the parents of that one who was made to see. And they asked them, If this is your son, that one who you say that was blind when born, how does he now see? Then his parents answered and said, We know that this is our son, and that when he was born he was blind. But how he now sees, or who opened his eyes, we don't know. Also, he has come to his years, come of age. Ask him. He will speak for himself. His parents were saying these things because there were threats from the Yehudah, the Jews. For the Yehudah, the Judeans, the Jews had decided that if a person should confess belief in him, that he is Meshicha, the anointed one, they would expel them from the Kenushta, the synagogue. On account of this, his parents said that he has come to his years, come of age, ask him. And they called for the Gabra, the man, a second time, for that one who was blind, and they said unto him, Give praise unto Allah, for we know that this Gabra man is a sinner. He answered and said unto them, If he is a sinner, I don't know, but one thing I do know, that I was blind, and now look, I see. Again they said unto him, What did he do to you? How did he open your eyes? He said unto them, I have told you, and you haven't listened. What further do you desire to hear? Perhaps you also desire to be Talmide, disciples of him, disciples for him. Then they reviled him, and said unto him, You are a Talmide, a disciple of that one, for we are the Talmided Moshe, the disciples of Moses. And we know that Allah, God, has spoken with Moshe, Moses, but for this one we don't know from where he is. That Gabra man answered and said unto them, With regard to this, therefore, there is something to be amazed at, that you don't know from where he is, and my own eyes he opened. Now we know that Allah, God, doesn't listen to the voice of sinners, but rather he listens unto whoever that fears him, and unto that one doing his will. From eternity it hasn't been heard that a man opened the eyes of a person who was born blind. If this wasn't from Allah, God, he wouldn't be able to do this. They answered and said unto him, You were born entirely in sins, and you teach us? And they cast him outside. And Yeshua heard that they had cast him outside. And he found him, and said unto him, Do you believe in the Son of Allah, God? That one who was healed answered and said, Who is he, Mari, my Lord, so that I may believe in him? Yeshua said unto him, You have seen him, and he is that one who is speaking with you. Then he said, I believe, Mari, my Lord. And he fell and worshipped him. And Yeshua said, I have come for the judgment of this Alma world, so that those who don't see, they might see, and those who see, they might become blind. And those from the Peshitta, the Pharisees, who were with him, heard these things and said unto him, Perhaps we also are blind? Yeshua said unto them, If you were blind, you wouldn't have sinned. But now you are saying that we see. On account of this, your sin is remaining.